And so who won tonight's debate? For that answer, we now check in with our very own Frank Luntz. He's standing by with a group of South Carolina GOP primary voters. Frank.
Sean, we got 29 of the most important people in America sitting right behind me right now. Let's go right to them. Who won the debate? Let's go in alphabetical order. How many of you think Herman Cain won the debate? Well, we can stop right there. John, I want a word or phrase to describe Herman Cain.
He answers the question most direct.
A breath of fresh air.
Common sense.
Talking points, no real solutions.
Clear and concise.
Very impressive.
He had an understanding of what it takes to run the government, be a candidate.
The godfather of business sense, and he can attack Obama well.
He'll give us a clear-cut plan on which way to take America.
How many of you walked in here with Herman Cain as your #1 choice? Raise your hands. One of you. How many of you are walking out of here with Herman Cain as your #1 choice? Raise your hand. Now, this is unprecedented. He was not a real candidate before tonight. What happened?
Well, he is now. He talked exactly correctly on taxation and on free markets and leadership.
He has a plan. He has a plan. He's articulate, and he knows exactly what we need.
He won us over. I think he can win America over.
But how did he win you over? Explain it.
He's likable. He's likable.
I don't think. I'm sorry.
He understood about defining a problem and then coming up with a solution rather than just.
He was very precise about it.
Precise about objectives.
He knew exactly what needed to be done, how to outline the problem, and find a solution, and find the people to solve the problem.
But hold on. This man has never been elected. He has never held public office.
But he can make a decision.
I don't get it.
His home run was, how's that working for you?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a home run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sean, I want to show you this one clip where he talked, it scored incredibly high. It was actually the highest dialed moment. Let me borrow this. The red line represents conservatives. The green line represents slightly less conservative. The higher that they turn their dials, the more favorable the reaction. This is Herman Cain at his best. Let's take a look.
One of the biggest problems we have with this country right now today is too much government intervention in trying to tell businesses how to do what they do best, which is create jobs. Government doesn't create jobs. Businesses create jobs. We need to get government out of the way, including trying to tell a company where they should build a new plant.
You guys agree with that? Okay, there's some intensity here. What, again, did you know who he was before today?
No, I didn't know a thing about him. I was very impressed tonight.
I was impressed. I hadn't heard of him before or heard much about him. I'm still for Santorum, but he's coming up on my poll.
He's honest. He does not talk like a politician. He talks straight.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Sean, I've done, I don't know, maybe 35, 40 of these debates for Fox, and I've never had this kind of reaction until tonight. This is someone who only one individual came in here supporting. Now you've got more than half of this group. It doesn't happen. Yeah. Something very special happened this evening.
Well, hey, Frank, let me ask the group this question, because I think this is very key, because a lot of the other candidates that we expect will be getting into this, Newt Gingrich was not there tonight, Sarah Palin was not there tonight, Donald Trump was not there tonight, Mitt Romney was not there. Do they want to see them before they come to their ultimate conclusion?
There's the question. Yes, you agree? How does it make you feel that those candidates did not participate
I
tonight?
love being able to see other people besides the flashiness of everyone else.
Robert?
I agree with that, but you need to take South Carolina a lot more serious than you did tonight.
Yeah.
Right. So are you angry at those candidates for not showing up?
Romney completely lost my vote. I campaigned for him last time he was in town. I'm now for Cain.
How many of you would say that the candidates who didn't show up lost your vote tonight because they weren't here? Raise your hands.
Probably not a lot of us.
So we lost a few of them. So right here, who did they lose? Who'd you switch from?
Newt Gingrich to Cain.
You went from Gingrich to Cain. Who'd you switch from?
I think it allowed me to take a closer look at everybody else, which may in the end hurt them because we were allowed to see what the other people stood for.
Again, Sean, there's a mistake here. There's a political calculation made by some of these candidates that it was too early in the process. I'd argue that they made a mistake because for these Republicans, you want Obama out?
Yes.
You want the campaign now?
Yes.
I think they made a mistake by not showing up.
Yeah. I don't want to be contrary to the audience here, but there are some legitimate reasons. For example, Donald Trump would have to finish The Apprentice. Newt Gingrich has stated that he has some unfinished business before he can legally actually jump into the race. Well, I want to get their reaction to that.
Okay. Do you feel sorry for Donald Trump that he's got to finish The Apprentice?
He's fired.
How many of you want Donald Trump to run?
No.
Raise your hands if you want Trump to run.
Yes, absolutely.
Look at this, Sean. You got about 6 people who want Trump to run.
Yes.
Do you think it's okay for Mitt Romney not to have participated?
Like I said, he lost my vote.
I think he's going to have to work. I think he's going to have to work much harder to convince the South Carolina Republicans to vote for him.
It's disappointing. I expected more from Mitt Romney.
What about Newt Gingrich?
You either take these debates seriously. South Carolina is one of the first primary states. They should have been here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, there's an advantage here.
Hannah, one more, and then we go back to Sean again.
And they say every candidate who wins South Carolina always wins the Republican vote. So why wouldn't you be here? That goes ahead and shows you that you should be here for sure.
Sean, there is no demand for Donald Trump. We did a little filming before we went on, and it'll be very amusing to you if we can get that on the air. But they still feel that they're glad that this debate happened, but they wish the other candidates had participated.
Hey, Frank, just one thing. Please remind them, because I heard their reaction. I am right here in South Carolina, and I'm not running, but I'm here just so they know. But I wanted to ask the question if they wanted to hear from the other candidates. Frank Luntz, thanks for being with us. Appreciate your time.
Sean, we'll see you later.